Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I am here to share with you the last 5 books I completed. It's a last 5 wrap-up for Leo season of 2016, meaning that I read these books in late July and into August. Things that inspired the flow of what I read include the discussions that we've been going over on our channel and things that I was asked to review and things of that caliber. Alrighty, let's begin. The first thing I picked up was Sleepwalkers by Nicole Lainer Montez. I'm going to leave a review to this and the other book that I reviewed down below, but with regard to Sleepwalkers, this is an amazing collection of poetry that explores societal issues and issues regarding injustice through the eyes of the poet, who happens to be of African and Mexican descent. This was just amazing. I gave it a perfect 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, and I really hope that more people check out this particular collection. Next thing I picked up was The Amazing Spider-Man, the Parker Luck, which was written by Dan Slott and illustrated by multiple artists. Each of them take a role as to the drawing and the coloring. But this particular comic is the first of a reboot in the series where Peter Parker reclaims his own body after being swapped by Doc Ock. In this comic, he now owns a franchise that Doc Ock put together, but he also created villains through his eccentric experiments, putting together what turned out to be Electro and Black Cat. And we also see the rise of Silk, who, her alter ego, Cindy Moon, got bitten by the same kind of spider as Parker and was locked in a bunker for a long period of time before being released, and now she's also fighting crime. This was quite an interesting gateway into getting into Spider-Man. I know that enthusiasts may think differently, but I enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed Peter Parker's personality and also how Spider-Man is as a crime-fighting hero, and I gave it 4 out of 5. Next thing I picked up to read was part of the 6 plays by Henrik Ibsen, who's known for A Doll's House. I happened to read Hedda Gabler, based off of Kelsey's suggestion. Hedda Gabler has to do with the title character having just gotten married, and the interactions that they have, the particular love diamond that takes place between Mrs. Elmstead and also Ellert Lovborg, who there's this complicated love rectangle of who was in a relationship with whom and who had feelings for whom. And Hedda Gabler, the title character who has gotten married and is technically Hedda Tessman, like her husband George, is a very controlling individual. She wants to have control of her own destiny. Things revolve around her and her desires. And she's a very firm person who knows what she wants and really makes things really thought-provoking for a play of this period of time. I gave it 4 out of 5. I'm still in question with how well I felt that the love rectangle or diamond truly was. Next thing I picked up is another book that I have a review for that I'll leave down below. It's The Monocled Mutineer by John Fairley and William Allison. I was not fond of this. I got this as a review copy. I'm thankful for Souvenir Press and their interest in having me give them an honest review, but I felt this read like an assignment. And I really felt that there was so much more that could be done with the story of Percy Topless that this particular book didn't do enough for me, and I gave it 2 out of 5. And the last thing I picked up is something that I felt was incredible, and it's the third Hermann Hesse novel that I read, and it was definitely The Charm. That's Demian. I read Siddhartha and Narcissus and Goldman prior to this, but Demian explores Emil Sinclair, who was originally deemed the author of this novel, and his coming to selfhood, being a young man, being as young as he is dealing with some tough circumstances. He's being pushed around by a bully, and then he meets Max Demian, who tells him about the power of what it means to trust your intuition, and it also follows the other people that have inspired Sinclair and the importance of individual thought and being able to seek that path toward individualism as opposed to conformity. I felt that this was the coming-of-age novel meeting the ideas of transcendentalism. And it's brilliant. I feel that it needs to be taught much more often in high schools, definitely in colleges. I think that anywhere that you are encouraging individual thought, the act of being a nonconformist, and just following your own path in order to inspire people to follow their dreams and not let any individual or act of peer pressure bring them down. I highly recommend Demian. I gave it a perfect 5 out of 5. Alrighty, this is everything I completed. With regard to Hedda Gabler, that was the only play I completed in this collection. But it's a pretty thin last 5, but I plan to read a few more larger works, and I'll definitely fill you in with what I complete. Thank you for tuning into this video, and for now, keep reading.